This second video will look at putting data into the data file. So what we've just looked at, the previous video used these keywords up here, select from where, to get data from the database. The next video will look at more complex ones where we're using order by, so don't worry about that yet. But this video we're going to look at insert into. So this will allow us to add data to the data file. So we can send a request to the DBMS to put data into the data file. So this is the equivalent of file put. So putting data into your data file. Right. So let's bring this up. A simple command. There aren't so many variations here. So the first command is insert into. I want to insert into the data file customers. And what I then want to do is to say what I can say which fields I want to put into, but actually I'm just going to do all of them. So I'm going to put insert into values. I'm going to say Bobby. Oops, sorry. Cleans based in Rochdale. So let me go back and just highlight the keywords. And there we go. So there's an SQL query that will put data into the data file. So we'll insert into the table customers the values Bobby, Cleans and Rochdale. I could be a little bit more specific here and actually say which fields they're going into. So slightly more detailed would look like this. So I'll use the same example. I'll use the same example. But this time, instead of just hoping that the database will put it into the right fields, I've specified where they're going. So hopefully you can see the difference between those two. So here I've said insert into customers, Bobby, Cleans and Rochdale. Now I've put it in the right order: name, company, location. If you don't specify fields, it will try to put them in that order. Sometimes that doesn't work. Sometimes there's a little bit of a problem with that. So you can be a little bit more specific and say insert into customer, and then in brackets the name of the fields: name, company, location. So this will then take the first value and put it into the field name, the second value into the field company, and the third value into the field location. So you can be a bit more specific. In some cases you might have a long list of fields in a data file and you might not want to put values into all of them, so you can specify just the ones you want to put data into. Now that's it for writing data to a database. You insert into the name of the file and you say what you want to put. Now this second, if I number them, number 1, yeah, it's okay, but number 2 is the best example. Now to stick with this until you get a bit more confident in using SQL, stick with this. It just makes sure the data is going to the right place. So now you can get data from the database and you can put data into the database. The last thing is just to look at this order by. So let me give you an example and see if you think you could work out what it is. So I'm going to select star from customers. I'm going to say, no, I'll just say order by location, descending. So what do you think? Select all the fields from customers. I haven't put any criterion in. It's just get all the data, but order by location in descending. So descending. Probably fairly obvious, hopefully, what that will do. When it returns it, it will return it in alphabetical order. Which it already is in alphabetical order, isn't it? But that's ascending. So descending would put Manchester, Sam Evans first, then Claire Jones, and Jack Smith. So it would return it in the opposite order. So that's just one way that you can get the data from the database in a particular order. It can be useful sometimes. For example, in the quiz, you might want to order it by difficulty.